Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a live reaction replay featuring the Tier 10 German battleship, the Mecklenburg. One of the best steel ships, in my opinion. Should be either your first or second steel purchase, depending upon whether or not you want to go for the Stalingrad first. And the Mecklenburg is one hell of a ship, and from the brief description from the email I got accompanying this replay, this is going to be a match you're going to want to stick around for. And yes, as the title insinuates, this is a secondary built Mecklenburg, which is one of the beautiful things about the Mecklenburg, right? She's a ship that can do quite well with a couple of different builds. Most battleships today, you have to use a particular build to really see the ship excel at, well, itself, right? For example, like the Kremlin, only really viable build is a tank build. For the Yami, you really want to build into those main battery guns. Montana, build into the tankiness of it, so forth and so on. The Mecklenburg is, again, one of the blessed few that can do well with a main battery build, or with a secondary build, as I believe we're going to see in this replay. So for those of you that are here for the first time for one of these live reaction replays, I have not seen this replay beforehand. All I have seen is a brief description of the match in an email, and we're going to sit here and watch this together. That way you get my genuine live reactions to whatever goes on in the match. This Mecklenburg is being driven by German Ross, or we're just going to call him German from here on out. And he's got a U-190 spotted right off the bat, drops 2 ASW charges on him. Looks like he is going to catch that U-190, yeah, 190 with couple of these charges. Yep, gets him there for the flooding. The second blast unfortunately does not hit him, so a mere 51 damage there. Caught him just on the tail end of that shockwave, but there's the indicator. There's a Grozovoy right there. He's got him targeted with his secondary skills, and as you can see, he does have Lucians on this ship, so once he gets 100 secondary hits, he will get a nice buff to his reload time of his secondary guns. But yep, got him on the Grozovoy, and the Mecklenburg secondaries are all... Ooh, but the Hisyang goes down to the Grozovoy torps. However, the Grozovoy is here and in the open and charging at German here. Gets him with the main battery guns there again, and while the German HE... Oh my god, what? The Kitakaze and the Smolens go down already? Hold up a second. Smolens forgot he's not a destroyer. Silly Smolens. Only destroyers die in the first 5 minutes of the game. But anyway, like I was saying, Mecklenburg has the German HE on her 305mm guns, which is, well, quite anemic HE. However, when you have 16 shells, it can't really be that anemic, can it? And I hate how the secondaries are still... Oh, he gets him with the blind fire! Oh, that's beautiful. So, what he did there was he saw the shells where they were coming from, because the Grozovoy is in the smoke. He's not getting spotted, right? But he saw where the shells were coming from in the smoke, because the shells do still render, and he just let the front turrets rip right there, right before the Grozovoy did wind up getting spotted. So he blind fired and, well, still managed to hit him and take him out. That's a thing of beauty. Did get some ASW on the U-190 while I was laughing at the Grozovoy, though. But yeah, okay, things aren't going that well for the friendly team. So again, 2 DDs down and a Smolensk already. Ooh, German is caught here in the corner with a Shikishima looking at him. Shikishima disables his number 4 turret. Does get some shells on the Shikishima, I'm going to call it Shimakaze there, in return for that. He's backing up off of the island that he's crashed into. Does have the Shikishima in secondary range. For some reason, the replay does not have the secondary range displayed on the minimap. There we go. Alright, so Shikishima's still throwing some AP at him and bounces it off the deck. Ooh, but hits that same turret again, but turret number 4 is simply not bothered by it this time. Gets some fires going on the Shikishima, as looks like the turret pit is maybe about to come around the corner. U-190 tries to shotgun German in the Mecklenburg, but he did manage to rip himself off of the island. Looks like he is going to dodge all of these torpedoes fairly easily. Little rudder tap to the right, and there we go. Torpedoes are no longer a concern. Gets another fire on the Shikishima. Ooh, looks like the Shikishima damage con that first fire. Hello, Turpits. So that is a permanent fire. If he starts another fire here, nope, but he doesn't. That would have been another permanent fire, but ooh, Tirpitz catches him as he's turning. Thankfully, he does not get citadeled. Secondaries are on the Tirpitz. There's that U-190. Dropped his ASW on top of him again. Both charges that time. I would typically, let one charge of the ASW go, see if you hit the submarine, which you may or may not, But then that first, there you go, there's the secondary skill. He does get the U-190 there for his second kill of the match. Because that first charge, if you hit the submarine with that first charge, you're going to cause them to leak oil. So you can see where the oil's going and kind of the direction it's going in. Then you can look at the second charge. Rip. That's typically how I deal with subs. But as you can see, just dumping both of them seemed to work anyway. So Tirpitz now running away from the Mecklenburg. He had his AP loaded there. Might chunks the superstructure for a pretty good clip there for 7,300. There's the Tirpitz torpedoes. So on his flank, it's definitely not the strong flank for his team. Just himself, the Andalusia, and a Yamahara there. With an Alsace, Colombo, and a Shikishima, and this Tirpitz. So as the AP loaded up in the tube, starts another fire on the Tirpitz. That should be a pretty good chunk through the superstructure. Yep, there you go. 13k to the Tirpitz through the superstructure with the AP overpins. Actually, the AP pins, I should say. So yeah, the AP on the German ships is quite good. Has good alpha, good velocity, and nice flat trajectories. And definitely there are a lot of cases where you would rather use the AP on German ships rather than the HE. Like this situation where he is angled because it's a Tirpitz, lots of superstructure that the AP can bite into that. And there you go, kill number 3 for German before the 7-minute mark approaches. So yeah, definitely if you could just chunk their extremities like their bow, stern, or the superstructure with your AP, you're in a German ship like the Gear, or again any number of the German ships, you can most definitely make that work, and it will usually bring you more damage in than using HE, because again the HE is very anemic, has a very low alpha rating. Alright, so he's got a Colombo broadside over here. Here's a Shikishima. That's all 16 of his 305mm guns go into the broadside of the Shikishima. Probably won't citadel him, but gets quite a number of bounces because it's the Shikishima / the Yamato armor scheme. But, however, he is within secondary range yet again. It's like a Richelieu and an Alsace over there are jousting one another. The Alsace is alive. There goes the Richelieu. Gets taken out by the Colombo. Another broadside into the Shikishima's side, and no citadels. A lot of bounces that time. That's, of course, one of the drawbacks of the Mecklenburg. You do have small guns by Tier 10 battleship standards. Those 305s are just absolutely puny by Tier 10 BB measurements. Let's see if we can get another chunk on him here. He is slightly angled. He's kind of trying to aim for that upper armor belt, but again, the Shikishima and the Yami has some very good armor. Decent hits there for, what was that, 12,000 damage. There you go, high caliber before the 10-minute mark. And the Shikishima slinks behind that island, getting out of visual range. But hello, Alsace, running right towards German's Mecklenburg. He might just murder him here with the secondary pins, because all these secondary guns can pin 32mm of armor, and the Alsace is just all 32mm of armor. He's popping his heal though, but he cannot heal through the secondary onslaught. And there is his close quarters expert and kill number 4, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just waiting for this Shikishima to come around the side here. And did he keep backing up, or is he playing it smart and hugging the island? I think he's playing it smart and hugging the island. Let's see. Yeah, he's trying to do that because he's got a Yamahara pushing up on him on top of an Andalusia. And, of course, a Mecklenburg. That's a beautiful side shot there. He might actually be close enough to where the AP can citadel him. No, all shatters against the Shikishima's armor belt. Good lord. If anything, this is like an advertisement for the Yami's hull. Harlem takes out the Amalfi. And pretty close game. The friendly team has a bit of an advantage in terms of kills, but they're only up by 7-ish points. Okay, this should be a citadel. Colombo takes out the U-190. No! Oh, German dispersion strikes and sends most of the shells into the water. And there we go. Kill number 5 in Kraken Unleashed for German and his Mecklenburg. But wait, ladies and gentlemen. There is more, believe it or not. So, okay, enemy team does have 1, 2, 3, 4 ships left to the friendly teams. What, 6 ships left? And the friendly team is finally capturing the A cap and the C cap, so they're going to start to pull ahead in points here. We still have a Nevsky, a Harlem, a Colombo, and a Black hanging around. Black's very scary, especially to other DDs, because of course she can smoke and radar and murder you down and you cannot see her. But there's a Haruma left alive on the friendly team, so that can be pretty potent. But again, if the Haruma can't see the Black to murder it, that's going to be a problem. Ooh, Harlem out there at 18 kilometers, but it looks like he's going to get behind the island before the shells can arrive. So Germans holds his shots for now. Oh, there's the Black at 9,000 HP, but he's running into the Andalusia there. That's not going to be too comfortable for the Black. Andalusia, oh yeah, Andalusia is definitely going to take him out. All right. So Harlem is, what's he doing? So he's going full tilt. Oh no, the Colombo! The Colombo gets the Andalusia instead. What a plot twist, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, broadside Colombo, 16 shells out, 4,000 damage in return, a little under 1,000 damage per shell on average. And we're trying to get within secondary range of the Colombo, and there we are now. So there goes the wonderful German secondaries again. He's up to 348 secondary hits so far. Oh, but the Harlem has popped out of his island cover, and now he's coming toward our friend in the Mecklenburg. Turns into the Colombo shells. Very wise, because just like the Mecklenburg, the Colombo may only have 15-inch guns, but she does in fact have 16 of those 15-inch guns. There's Confederate for Germans in his Mecklenburg as well. Gets the front guns out on the Harlem. Nevsky gets taken out by the Harugamo. Harugamo reminded the Nevsky who the real light cruiser is. And let's see, Harlem. Yeah, that should be a good enough angle for those rear turrets to bite into the Harlem. Secondary's opening up on the Harlem as well. And oh nope, just one pin. Here comes the Harlem's planes. And oh come on, 200 and something HP remaining. But there you go. Gets taken out by a fire set by the secondary for kill number 6 for Germans. Oop, HE bombs do start a fire on his deck. He pops damage con. Second round of bombs are not going to start a fire because of that. He's approaching the Colombo now. Trying to pin his... Yeah, no, that's not going to... Oh, okay. I'll just say it's not going to fly, but, I mean, if he hits the superstructure, it will. There's the main battery reload boost that he gets with his Lucians as well. Ooh, eats a lot of that. Ooh, turret number 2 is just dead, ladies and gentlemen. He now only has 12 guns. He has an 18-second reload now on these 12 guns. But a fire started by his secondaries takes out the Colombo, which is kill number 7 for our Mecklenburg here. So that leaves the Black somewhere around. Pops the spotter to try... Oh, he's right there in the smoke because he's radared. Alright, I would definitely just throw HE in the tubes because it is a DD. Dump some torps in the direction of the Black smoke. There's the Black's torpedo. So he's in that smoke somewhere. So once that smoke dissipates, he very well might get spotted depending upon how close he is to our hero here. Okay, so he's already out of the smoke, so he's been running. Alright. Dropping the ASW planes, seeing if he left his AA on while the ship will not get spotted by the AA planes. You can still get a general idea of where they're at with the firing effect of the AA guns. Does get an assistant cap ribbon there. Can he get 8 kills, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, he's in A. He's capping. Up, and there is his torpedoes. There are his torpedoes, proper English. Am I right? Alright, so he's in A somewhere. Blind fires the cap. That would have been so funny if that would have worked. Alright, loading up the next round of shells. Still, I would have swapped to HE here. I mean, like, yeah, I think he's at like 9,000 HP with, well, I was going to say 16 guns, but we don't have 16 guns. We have 12 guns because turret number 2 is out of commission. With 12 guns, probably will be enough, but you just never know. You just never know, especially with 305s at this tier, right? Looks like he might actually get the A-cap. He's got to be somewhere in front of him right here because he's detected, right? If he was behind the island, our hero in the Mecklenburg would not be spotted, but he is. So he's somewhere, yeah, definitely with those torpedoes popping. He's somewhere to his right, around his 1 to 2-ish o'clock. Let's see what happens here. Another blind fire. Oh, he hit him! Oh, he did! Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. God, that black is so confused right now. Oh, that's beautiful. So now he knows he's there, so he knows that the torpedoes are probably going to be coming from that general-ish area. Okay, so he's undetected now, so he knows that the black is in fact behind the island, and the black very well might try to just rush him. Let's see. Popping his heel. Very wise choice. Yep. Knew those were coming. So let's see. Is the black going to play Ring Around the Rosie? Is he going to try and rush our hero here? Or is he going to try and rush the Ohio and the Harugamo? Because one good torpedo salvo could take him out. Could take out, multiple ships. All right, he's popping radar. So you should know he's getting surrounded right now. My base is probably going to be trying to back up and... Yep. Oh, 21 H. Oh my god, he was so close to doing a funny. But there we go. Oh, his secondary's getting before the main shells get there. For 2 close quarters experts and 8 kills, ladies and gentlemen. And there's his torpedoes there at the end. Alright, so he has acquired Confederate 2 close quarters, Kraken Unleashed, and High Caliber, with 8 kills to his name that match. So 12 ships in the game on the enemy side. Man sunk 8 of them. Yeah, took out 3/4 of the enemy team. There, 1 million credits rightfully earned, 279,000 damage, 525 secondary hits, 145 main battery hits, 6 planes shot down, 14 fires started, for just on the cusp of 3,000 base XP. Well, that was something truly magical to watch there, ladies and gentlemen. How many damage did the secondaries do? Secondaries did 88,000 damage. He got a couple fires from his main battery, but a decent bit of these fires are from the secondary battery as well. So, German Raz, thank you very much for sending that in, my guy. If you have a replay you'd like to send into the channel, something like this, make sure you send it to the email linked in the description down below. Hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday and a wonderful rest of your week. I hope to catch you guys in the next one.